Hello children. So this is one of the questions I gave in the last week online worksheet, and this was one of the questions which many students got wrong as well. So I thought of explaining this through a short video clip. Let's get into the question. So this is modeled after one of the questions we did in the last class. It was actually a proving question, but in this case I changed into a short question. And the main thing is, one, many people try to apply midpoint theorem for this quadrilateral. So please remember, midpoint theorem is something which will work only with triangles. And secondly, to do this question you need to do a small construction, and whenever you see a diagram like this, and if you feel like you have to use midpoint theorem, you have to create some triangles, and to create some triangles you need to join these two opposite corners and draw the diagonal. So how does the diagonal help us? So once you draw the diagonal, can you see, and actually by the way, I forgot to mark this. In the question the lines were given as parallel, and yes, so how do you get the answer is, children? First of all, you apply the midpoint theorem for this one, and actually not midpoint theorem, the converse of the midpoint theorem, because as you can see there is one midpoint here and there is also a parallel line. So what you can say is, this part of the line according to converse of midpoint theorem will be half of x plus 3. So this will be half of x plus 3. And similarly, since there is a midpoint and a parallel line, if you apply converse of midpoint theorem to this side, it will be half of the side over here. So that is half of 4x plus 7. And the whole side is marked as 15, which means now we can say half of x plus 3 plus half of 4x plus 7 altogether must be equal to 15. And I know this equation will look a little bit scary, but what I would do if I am in your place is, the main issue I have is these fractions. So to get rid of the fractions, I can multiply each and every term in this equation. That means multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 2. So that would get me out of the problem what I have. This 2 and this 2 cancels, it becomes x plus 3. This 2 and this 2 will cancel, it will become plus 4x plus 7, and in the other side I will get 30. Once I get that, x plus 4x would be 5x, 3 plus 7 is actually 10, and here we have 30. Take the plus 10 to the other side, minus 10, so that means 5x equals to 20. Dividing both sides by 5 would give you the final answer, x is equal to 4 centimeters. That's how you do this question.